I'm here. I got it. My bad, guys. See, I can't even blame Mercury retrograde this time. All right. Let me know. Is there sound now? Sound is okay. I'm so sorry, guys. I tried to go live without adding the second camera. I think we're good now. So, yes, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Fire Signs. We are back on schedule. I think it's working okay. I see the live. I see Sandra, Diana, Miss Tina. Yes, guys, let me know. You have sound. Yay. All right. So, my apologies. I was hitting the live button and it was trying to tell me to check the sound. And I, of course, was like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's totally fine. All right. All right, guys. So we are back on schedule. We are doing the week of November 6th through November 12th. We do have a lot to talk about. I do want to jump right in. But while I was trying to fight with that sound, um, I didn't get my candles lit, and I must have the candles. Hi, Miss Tina. Miss Tina's going to be with us now. Her season has finished. All right, guys, here we go. So I have pulled some old cards, some new cards out for the week. So we're gonna mix it up a little bit this week. How is everybody's energy feeling? I'm definitely feeling a little better, a little peppier. The last 2 weeks definitely kicked my butt. But I'm still going, still going. Miss Tina's party tried to get me. I think I made it till midnight at Miss Tina's party. That's late for me these days, but I just want to see. I used to make it till the end, right? All right, so we have a little bit of heavy energy. I don't want to be like the bearer of bad news, but Mars has officially went retrograde, guys. Can you guys tell? And remember, guys, Mars is the masculine planet, the angry planet, all those things. So there's definitely some pretty intense energy. I know, you're like, how many does she have? I have several, and each one has purpose. Isn't that something? Miss L was messaging me this morning and she said, I'm gonna send you something to put on your desk. I think she told me it was either this time or last time. She told me I was gonna have to get a bigger desk. I said, Miss L, this is the bigger desk. All right. I think we got it all together. Let's get started. Timestamps, guys. We're back to regular schedule, so please don't forget the timestamps. When you click on and you're like, oh my God, she doesn't have the sound again, it's okay. Just click in the description box, go down to the bottom, and you can click on Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and it will take you where you want to go. All right. So thank you, guys. I see Facebook. All right. So don't forget, guys, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we are on Twitch. Thank you guys for being so patient with me as we got started. I'm kind of a little excited for this week, but I'm also a little hesitant for the week because I don't know how we're all going to do with the information. But I think that we're at the point in the journey where we really understand that astrology is a tool, right? And it's something that we're supposed to use. So we're talking about November 6th through November 12th. I'm really having a hard time trying to decide if I want to do this all 4 times this week. I may just cut out a portion of this video. I've learned to do that, guys, and just replay the astrology over each time. So that may be something that we start to do. I'm not really sure just quite yet. I haven't given it 100% of what I want to do with it. But I've noticed that some other people do that, and I do understand why. Sorry, guys, had to grab my water. I do understand why they do it because it is so emotional. It takes a lot of energy to go over it so many times, right? All right, guys. So Mars officially retrograde. If you're feeling that heavy energy, that is what that is. That is why it's happening. I would say just be easy with yourselves this next few weeks. Mars is not like a regular retrograde. You know how we talk about retrogrades all the time, and we say it's an opportunity to revisit and regroup and all those things. And it is definitely. But Mars, unlike Mercury, 3 times a year we deal with Mercury retrograde, right? I mean, I guess apparently for me, I have like sticky mercury on me and it just won't stop. Because I was fighting with that sound for a good minute before I finally was like, oh yeah, here. But anyway, and Mercury is, direct. So I'm just saying, it's definitely like it stuck to me. That last time was a good one. Mars, on the other hand, I want to say it's every 3 years goes retrograde. So when it does happen, guys, you're going to feel it because it's important. It's trying to align you where we need to be. All right, so that's enough of that. Taurus, let's talk about the Taurus full blood moon. This is a lunar eclipse, guys. It's going to be on November 8th. What are you guys doing on November 8th? Mark your calendars. So the blood moon is called a blood moon. I wanted to explain this because it's a total eclipse and it gives it that reddish color. So if you guys hear them calling the moons the blood moon, that is why. So this is going to be the second lunar eclipse of the year. So it is also the last lunar eclipse of the year. You're not going to see me being really sad about that. Do you guys remember the first lunar eclipse? I talk about it all the time. It was May 16th. That was that Scorpio lunar eclipse. Do you guys see how fast time has went from May 16th when we had the Scorpio lunar eclipse? That was very impactful to many of us. Very significant time for many of us. There was a lot of change, a lot of endings to things happened around that time. So this is another one of those types of experiences. I will say that I do feel like solar eclipses are more on the exterior, your outer world, like what's happening on the outside, and lunar eclipse are what's happening on the inside. And that's the tough part, right? Like that's where it gets challenging and that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, I feel like we just keep talking about the astrology and it just kind of keeps building. And everyone's kind of asking me, like, when is it going to stop building? I don't think it stops building, guys, until we are in perfect alignment. And good luck with that. I feel like that's the whole purpose, right? And the reason I bring that up is because remember, eclipses are fast forward, so that's why it feels like we're kind of going really quickly, right? It does signify endings and beginnings, but its purpose is to realign you. That's what's happening here. I do want to mention, very important, guys. So this is the Taurus full moon. That means that the moon is matching up with the north node that is also in Taurus. So remember, guys, the north node on your birth chart looks like the little headphones, and not the upside down headphones, but the right way headphones, right? And that's like where you're headed, where your purpose is, where your south node is where you came from, and this is where you're going. Right now, for everyone on the whole planet, the north node is in Taurus. Taurus is a very grounded sign. It's a very purposeful sign. It's a very dutiful, that's not even a word, I just made that up, responsible sign, you know what I'm trying to say? It's going to do the right thing, right? So all of us are kind of being pushed towards our purpose, and that doesn't matter whether you've had a spiritual awakening or not, guys. Some of these people, it's happening and they have no idea why everything is so challenging. They just know it's challenging, right? So I just want to say, I feel like we have a little bit of a benefit here because we at least understand that we're awakening and, what we're going through. All right. So let's see. Alignment is difficult. It is challenging. It is a difficult and challenging period, and it is for everyone. So it's really hard to like find assistance outside because everyone else is kind of going through it too, right? So I wanted to make sure that I reminded everyone at this point that we're here. You're not alone. That's why I do the channel. That's why I get out here every week and talk to you guys. Like that's the whole purpose. So I understand that it's challenging right now. I understand that the Mars retrograde isn't fun. And I understand that the lunar eclipse is like, wow, what the F, right? I get it. But I also want you guys to know that this is actually happening for your greater good. And I know you hear that all the time. I remember I used to think, like, why do they say that? Why does it have to hurt so bad or be so difficult or challenging if it's for a greater good? Again, I'm not trying to step on any toes here, but the more challenging it is for you, you'll notice that it's more so for some than others. The more challenging it is, it's the more you've strayed off your path, right? So the more you have to be brought back into alignment, is the more challenging it's going to be. All right, so enough of the heaviness. Let's talk about how you can view it, right? Who wants to see this Taurus lunar eclipse? Because guess what? We're going to be able to see it, guys. It's actually favoring North America. That's where I'm at, and Hawaii. So if you are in those places, you will be able to look directly overhead mid-eclipse, guys, mid-eclipse. For those of you that are in Central and Eastern Asia, Indonesia, New Zealand, and Australia, guys, those are all places that we get views from. I mean, like a considerable percentage of views come from these places. I just think that's so crazy to me. But for you guys, you will be able to see it Tuesday evening as the moon is rising. All right, guys, that is the astrology. All right, now that we're back to where we're supposed to be. Sandra says, the Scorpio lunar eclipse made my big decision, and hopefully the Taurus lunar eclipse helps me finish it out. It's exactly what's happening. You said it in like 3 words. Perfect. And it's very much like I said, if you've strayed away from where you need to be, it can definitely seem like very challenging and the energy can seem very heavy. And would you believe it or not, some people are still going, kicking and screaming, digging their claws into the dirt, not wanting to go. But yes, and that's why I say it's for your greater good. It's definitely trying to put you where you can supposed to be so that you can manifest the life that you want, right? Where you were at, you were not able to do that. So yes, perfect word, Sandra. Thank you so much. I wish sometimes I could find like the, I don't know, easier way to say or explain some things, but it's like some things are so touchy. I'm afraid that if I'm too direct, people will be like, oh my gosh, she's so mean. You're a Scorpio sun and your husband is a Taurus sun. Wow, Sandra. Wow. Yeah. So definitely confirmation, right? All right, guys, let's get started. I have a new book for my timestamps log, so I'm excited to start it today. All right, so remember, guys, we're doing Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I will be offering free readings at the end, guys. At the end, I see you, Facebook. Welcome to stay and hang out with us. All right, so this is what I pulled out for this week. I pulled out the Denise Lynn Sacred Traveler for energy of the week. We're going to talk to your higher self. For the main spread, we're going to use the power of love because I feel like that's really where we need to stay focused, right? We are going to clarify with the purple tarot. Samuel, my son, bought me those. I love them. And then, of course, we'll end it with the Moonology, and we're going to do guidance. We're going to use the angels and ancestors, which has quickly become my new favorite, for guidance this week. And I'm actually going to read out of the book, whichever the guidance card is. That way we can make sure not to miss anything. All right, guys. Sandra says sometimes they need to hear it. It's so true, right? I just really don't. Nobody likes to be kicked when they're down. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I feel like a lot of us are feeling down right now. A lot of us are feeling tired. You could be getting pretty close to finishing that time jump. You know what I'm saying? That fast forward. And at this point, it's like everyone is exhausted. All right. Let's timestamp Aries. Let's do 1544 because I waited for it. All right, Aries. So this is going to be for the week of November 6th through November 12th. Remember, guys, I always try to stay a week ahead. We did make up the week that we missed. It is posted with timestamps, so you can check that out if you didn't make the live. All right, Aries, let's see. What is the energy for the week? Narrow pathway. It's so interesting. Guys, I watch Soulful Revolution. She's my person. I've tried to turn you guys on to her a couple of times, and you guys say she's too stuffy for your for your energy, and I get that. I understand. But I love how professional she is about all of her business. But anyway, I was watching my reading this morning that she did. Hi, Rachel. And this is the card that I got. So Aries, I can tell where this is going already. So I'm just going to say, hold on to your pants. Tread thoughtfully is here, and you can see that rickety bridge in the picture. Who likes those wooden bridges? Not me. So I always say, like, when I'm going across them, please don't jump, with whoever I'm with, because, they shake and they wiggle when you jump on them. I'm like, please don't do that. So tread thoughtfully is really asking you to go within at this time. Question yourself before questioning others, I think, is something that is coming to me today. And it just keeps coming, guys. But yeah, I think that's where we're at. Mystical Healer is on the bottom. It says healing energy flows through you. All right, let's keep going. Let's look at the challenge or obstacle for Aries. So we have vision. No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving and just universe. So I'm getting a little bit of woe me energy, a little bit of bad luck. Why is something following me? The dark cloud type of issue. All right, let's look at lesson learned. We have joy. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. This is lesson learned. I do feel like you know that, but for some reason you are sticking with that woe me energy over here. Let's look at the outcome. We have purpose, which is interesting because on the bottom, we had the mystic healer. I do believe, Aries, that is what your purpose is. It says you possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. That's definitely what's happening literally right now. All right, satisfaction is on the bottom. It says you let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are, Aries. All right. Great. It's just going to keep coming. All right, guys. So clearly, having a rough morning or afternoon really just depends on where you're at. Let me block the Facebook really quickly. And I do apologize. I understand we've had some scammers. I understand we had some on the other live with some interesting pictures. So that should be fun. All right, let's keep going. So your vision, you're clearly not seeing something clearly. You have some sort of issue where you feel like something is against you, Aries. So Seven of Wands comes out. Seven of Wands is like protecting yourself, trying to fight something off. Eight of Wands is here. Eight of Wands is normally like quick information or quick news. I'm not really getting that, Aries. I'm kind of getting more like quick change, the quick shift, something like that. And that could be what you're trying to fight off. Remember I said at the beginning that some people are going still kicking and screaming. Isn't that interesting? So joy is here. I do feel like you know how to raise those vibrational energies, right? But I do feel like you're kind of sticking to something. It's like you have this idea, and it's like you're not wanting to let it go. We have the Five of Pentacles here. Again, I'm getting like loss. Thank you, Sandra. I'm getting like I want to say confusion, but it's not confusion. It's just madness. You're angry. Ace of Wands is here. Ace of Wands is definitely destiny, purpose. So the word purpose is coming up clearly a lot. It's very possible, Aries, that you have some sort of distraction. You have something that's causing things to be a little bit more challenging than they're supposed to be. And most likely that is because you have a purpose, something that you're supposed to be doing, something that you're supposed to be putting your time in. The Sun comes out and the Ace of Pentacles comes out. This is also telling me that it's very possible that you're trying to control the purpose, Aries. That's so interesting that this is coming out. I feel like Sandra and Diana can back me up here. I was just talking about this morning. So my purpose has been from the beginning to come out here and remind you guys who you are, what's happening, all that stuff, right? Like why it's happening. Remind you that you're not alone, especially when you're going through the dark night of the soul. I was telling them earlier, the Etsy store has definitely been very busy with dark night of the soul energy. It's very heavy energy. The Sun is about control and ego too. So this is where I'm picking this up at. Ace of Pentacles is like the beginning of something, starting something. It's on top of purpose here. So it's really easy to put together, Aries. It's like you want something a certain way. You're trying to control it to be that way. And you're being shown that it's not going to be that way, no matter how much you want it to be that way or how much you try to force it to be that way. It's just not going to be able to be that way. It's funny because I was saying like I wanted to get to the point on the channel where we got to talk about more manifestation or like more soulmate type of energies. But we're clearly getting a lot of new people that, hi Lulu, that have started this journey and don't know who they are or like why this is happening to them or why they met this person in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And it's clearly my purpose to be here so that we can say, hey, you know, this happened to us too. And we know, and this is what you can do now. You know what I mean? Four of Wands is on the bottom. That's not a coincidence. If you're on the twin journey, Four of Wands is union. All right, so let's do some guidance. I'm having to take some deep breaths. Lulu says yes, heavy. She's an Aries. Lulu feels it. It's that Mars. Ooh. All right, Aries, here's some guidance. So we have the Sky Father. Wow. Every time I get this card, I definitely get like God. You know what I mean? It says trust in the unknown, and that's gonna come over here in that spot. I'm gonna pull two right here, where you're definitely getting this feeling like woe me, like the universe is against me, something like that. And wise one is here. It says go within your current situation. All right, so let's pull the book out. All right, so we have the Sky Father, trust in the universe, and here's the message. Trust that your path is unfolding exactly as it needs to. You have a personal relationship with the Great Father. Know that He is lovingly leading you forward. And then about the card, it says the Sky Father features in many religions and mythologies of the Father God, right? I knew, right? It was clear. You can feel it in the energy when you turn the card over. And it says he is the counterpart to the Earth Mother in many traditions. So this card represents the universal powers that are masculine in essence, the energies that people have called out to and looked up to in times of need and gratitude. Sky Father personifies your relationship with the masculine energies of the divine and possibly a very powerful male or father figure too. There we go, Lulu. All right, let's do the wise one too. I'm sorry. I totally missed it. I just knew it was that first one. The wise one says, grow within your current situation. Knuckle down, be reliable and committed, be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. I love that. And I love the part that says knuckle down. I tend to always make friends with older people. How about you guys? Do you guys do that? I feel like I've been doing that my whole life. I always make friends with older people, and I'm definitely one of those people that listens to what they have to say. I may not hear it the first time. You know what I'm saying? It may take you two or three times of telling me, but I will eventually catch on. And I know it's because they're the wise one, right? They were ahead, they've already done it. All right, so the card says the wise one represents the wisest aspects of the goddess, the crone. In paganism and modern Wicca, the crone is the fiercest, most psychic, and most aware aspect of the goddess because she has been through many of life's challenges and overcome many setbacks. On this card, the raven in her hand represents the capacity to overcome the darker times and be reborn again and again. So she helps you to tap into wisdom to overcome whatever life throws at you, wisdom being the information stored in your soul rather than your knowledge acquired in this lifetime, and to learn from the experience of your elders. Both of them spot on, perfect. All right, Aries, let's pull from the Moonology to close it out. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I'd be a fool to say you're not emotional, but you're also definitely in your thoughts. It's like you're trying to control the emotions because you know that there's something you're supposed to be doing, a plan. There's something you're supposed to be, steps you're supposed to be taking. I would say tread thoughtfully is going to be the perfect guidance for the week. Take time to breathe out. Communication is key. We have the new moon in Gemini, and your hard work is paying off. It's going to be the new moon in Capricorn. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, please hit that like button. I'm going to clean up really quickly, and then we will jump to Leo. All right, guys, almost ready for Leo. Hi, Jenna. Oh, Sandra, that's so sweet. Thank you. 222. I missed it. Twos can be a premonition. I recently just learned that. So if you're seeing twos, you could be fixing to hear a premonition or fixing to make your own premonition. I love that Mystic Healer came out on the bottom of Aries. I feel like we all needed to see that. There is purpose. It definitely helps keep the drive forward, right? All right. 3111, because I've seen it for Leo. Look at them ones. Ones can be a beginning or an ending. Many times it's just the beginning of a new chapter. I feel like we've all experienced enough endings, right, Leo? All right, Leo, for the week of November 6th through November 12th, let's do energy of the week with Denise Lynn. I see it. Uncovering treasure beneath the surface lies a great bounty. So again, it's like I said at the beginning, and that's really the explanation I needed earlier when I said everything is for your greater good. And I know that we don't like hearing those words. It sounds so generic, and you're like, what does that even mean? Well, it means this. It means that when you get underneath the surface, underneath the hard, sticky part, you're going to find gold. Something good comes out of it. It happens every single time. It says stepping into your power, you're strong beyond measure, is on the bottom. All right, so I'm trying to use the power of love for the main spread. Let's see what happens for Leo. It was a little tough for Aries. I wouldn't say it was tough reading it. It was just emotional. All right, Leo. Challenge or obstacle. Why are you having such a hard time finding the bounty? So we have expression. You're ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. So you're trying to manifest. Let's look at lesson learned, action. You have the courage to express the unique loving colors of your soul. I feel like this is going to be Leo out there. I almost seen like a YouTube channel. So you definitely could have like your own business, your own stuff going on. Integrity says you demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. So all the words come all together in the outcome. So here's the thing. All right, Leo. You're trying to manifest something. You're trying to make things easier. You want something that you are wanting to come in quicker. And it's like you didn't take action, but you knew you've manifested before. That's why I kept seeing like you have like your own stuff because you do your own stuff, Leo. So you knew that you had to take an action to make the things get easier or to manifest the things in, right? And it's like it all comes together this week for you. And that's why all the words action, expression, integrity, and manifestation are all in this card because you're doing it. You're putting it all together. All right. So let's clarify a little bit. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's look at expression. There's something about the way you're trying to manifest. I think it would just been a lack of action, but let's make sure. The Hierophant, 3 cards came out. The 8 of Swords and 9 of Cups. Yes, it's like it's something. The Hierophant talks about spirituality, religion, and conforming. So you could have had a thought a belief system that was kind of holding you back, right? The Eight of Swords, always self-restriction, and Nine of Cups is what you want. It's like divine wishes being granted. You want this thing to come in. The interesting part to me, Leo, is that you already knew that in order to have this thing, you would have to take some sort of action. When you manifest, we don't just go, oh, I want $1 million to fall out of the sky. We've all already learned that that doesn't happen, right? You want $1 million to fall out of the sky, you get out there and give out $1 million, and I promise it'll come back to you. All right, Judgment comes out. It's going to have something to do towards your purpose, and Justice comes out. Those are two big major arcanas there. So Justice, definitely some Libra energy here. That could be, you could be dealing with a Libra, definitely. Judgment is more of a fire type of energy. It actually, I want to say, I could be wrong, but I want to say it's Pluto. Pluto is Judgment. So I'm kind of getting here that this could have something to do with your past, and maybe that's why you didn't take action. Maybe you were waiting for some sort of right to be made right, right? But actually, the fairness or the balance comes when you just start manifesting what it is that you're supposed to be doing. It's like you were waiting for spirit to do something or for someone to do something here. And it's like spirit was waiting for you to break free from the situation and do it on your own. How interesting. Let's look at what happens at the end of the week with integrity. We have the 10 of Pentacles, you do it, and the Knight of Cups. So it's going to have something to do here, Leo, with being courageous enough to tell people or tell someone how you feel. That's the Knight of Cups. Knights are very courageous. Sometimes I will say the Knight of Cups can be reckless, so be cautious here. Especially this week when all this energy is so heavy with everyone, right? But I do feel like you do it properly, and that's why the 10 of Pentacles came out first. Look at that. You can't make this stuff up, guys. The Magician is on the bottom, and the Magician is about manifestation all day, every day. All right, let's do some guidance for Leo. So Leo was definitely struggling there, trying to find like purpose, the reason, how to keep going. Could have something to do with abundance for sure. But there was definitely some sort of like self-restriction, some sort of belief that you couldn't have what you want, Leo. You're not worthy of what you want, something like that. It's like you were waiting for spirit to say, it's okay, you're allowed to do this. And spirit was waiting for you to do it. So really interesting Leo reading. And it's going to have something to do, that Knight of Cups tells me. Pentacles encompass anything. So that could be career, love, spirituality. It doesn't really tell me. The Knight of Cups is what tells me. It's going to have something to do with how you express your feelings. So we have the Air Guardian coming out. It says, shift your perception. Let's do one more. And the Moon. Take note of intuitive message. Interesting. Make sure you're trusting your intuition. Mountains is on the bottom. Stand your ground. All right, let's pull the book out for Leo. Let's look at the Air Guardian first. I love how the book is split. It definitely makes it a lot easier to look the cards up than some of the other oracles. But it's split into the sacred ones, guardians, and messengers, and then it's going to be split into the time at the end. So, yeah, perfect, right? All right, so Air Guardian, shift your perception. In other words, look at it in a different way. It says, change the way you think, and you will change your whole reality. Interesting. It says about the Air Guardian card represents the angels of the air element. Traditionally, air is all about thoughts, thinking, and everything that's happening in the mind. So these angels can help you to overcome any thoughts that have come back to haunt you from the past and to see the world more clearly. They're guiding you to change the way you think about certain situations, as this could be standing between you and greatness. Well, clearly it was standing between you and manifestation, right? All right, so now that you are trusting your intuition here, let's look at the Moon. Let me have it. All right. Use your intuition, practice discernment, and see through illusions and blockages. And the Libra energy is definitely sticking out to me. I feel like that could have been the blockage. Like you thought it was something that it wasn't. The moon is strongly associated with the divine feminine and the energy of receiving. If the sun is God, the moon is goddess. And so she offers a powerful energy of polarity and balance. She has a cyclic energy and is therefore strongly connected to emotions, which often come and go in waves, and to somewhat interesting behavior. So when the moon appears in a reading, you're often being told that not everything is as it seems. The moon is a dark side, has a dark side, just dark, not negative, it says in quotes, and can show you what you've been kept in the dark about. That's interesting because we have the eclipse. How interesting is that, right? We have the eclipse, guys. It's all about the shadows. All right, let's pull a moonology for Leo to close it out. It did go with our talk this morning, didn't it, Sandra? How interesting, right? It was perfect. All right, Leo, a time for healing. The boss moon comes out. A win-win outcome is forecast. There's that Libra again. Full moon in Libra. You see it? I know, guys. I have to do something about the lights. And you're very close to achieving your goal. All right. So, guys, we're all very close to achieving our goal. Clearly, that's going to be the thing, right, for the fire signs. It's like we're at the end here. I feel like Diana said it best this morning. I was actually talking about my purpose and like where we're going with, Purple Lunar Rose Tarot and all of that stuff. And she said, right before greatness comes, something good, right? Something great. She said there's uncomfortableness. And it's so, so true. And it definitely came up in the signs for Aries, and it's definitely coming up in the sign for Leo. So I'm going to go ahead and venture out that that's what's going to happen for Sagittarius, right? All right, let's see. I'm going to clean up really quickly, guys. Guys, if the readings help, make sure to hit that like button for me. Like, share, comment, all those good things. I know I say comment. I know we get some quiet people. I see you guys there. I don't mind. I completely understand. Some people are just scared that I'm going to pick their comment and blow it up and put it on the screen like I do. I've had people tell me that they can't have these things. And I get that. The journey that we're on is quite special for sure. All right, Sagittarius. You by chance, yeah. It's okay. All right, Sagittarius. 4333 because I seen it. I swear to goodness, I did not do that on purpose, guys. All right, Sagittarius, for the week of November 6th through November 12th. We did talk about the astrology, and it is intense. All right. Energy of the week. I'm using Denise Lynn, Sacred Traveler. So we're asking your higher self. So we have distant thunder. It's going to be everywhere for everyone. Yay. All right. So clear the air comes out. I do see that tower. I don't necessarily feel like this is a tower moment. I feel like the tower moment has already happened. I get that a lot with this card. Like it's something could be moving away and you could be worried that it's lingering. On the bottom, protected by angels, you are cherished by angels. So whatever it is, it's not lingering. It's actually moving away. It will be taken care of because you are highly, highly protected. All right, let's keep going. Power of love. I think too, maybe Sagittarius. Could it be that maybe like you thought something was going to be more challenging than it was? And it's like the storm came and went, and you're looking out the window like, are you going to try to come back? Are you going to try to come back at me? But it's not. It's not, Sagittarius. You stood in the light. And that's what matters. That's what makes the difference. Transformation comes out. Challenge or obstacle. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. I'm not necessarily sensing that that is actually a challenge. I'm sensing it was absolutely. Transformation. You use the power of love to move through illusion and shift into awareness. I think the illusion was whatever caused this storm here. I think once you fought back or stood up or however it went down, I feel like you realized that it was an illusion. And now you are more aware of yourself and your own energy, right? Let's look at lesson learned. We have present. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. So we're all kind of dealing with that. We're all being asked to be in the present moment. We do that so bad, right? And maybe that's why you expected that tower or that storm to stay. It's like we go through something that's very challenging, and so the next time it happens, we expect it to be that way too. We're not even in the present moment because we're just thinking back about the last time that it sucked so bad. I feel like I could use my tooth, my filling when it came out and I had to go to the dentist and I had to have the tooth pulled. My anxiety was like through the roof because it was, I had that happen before and I had such a bad experience with it. And it's definitely hard to be present in challenging moments when we expect things to be worse than they're going to be, right? All right, let's look at the outcome. We have gratitude. You fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. Interesting. Kindness was on the bottom. Sagittarius, yours seems to be the lightest so far. So you know what that tells me? Don't shoot the messenger. But it tells me that Sagittarius is doing the work. Remember I said, the more aligned you already are, the less challenging this period will be. Let's look at transformation. So we have King of Swords. So this is going to represent someone. They definitely could be an air sign. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But King of Swords is like, it's supposed to be someone who speaks truth. But reversed energy is what I'm feeling here. And it's like someone who tells lies or maybe someone who doesn't tell whole truths, right? And we have the star. How interesting, because the star is about a clean slate. Get to start all over. Again, see, I'm not sensing that that's actually the challenge or obstacle. I'm sensing that that's actually what happened. Let's look at the present because there's definitely something about being in the present. So we have the Hermit. This is about spiritual knowledge, spiritual awakening, shining your light. And the Nine of Cups. I feel like you're fixing to get something that you want, Sagittarius. Your energy seems way lighter than the other two, Aries or Leo, and that kind of gives me a little saving grace here because then I would say if you're an Aries sun, Sagittarius moon, let's say, I would say go look and see like where's Sagittarius on your chart. If you're an Aries, not if you're watching this because you're a Sagittarius sun. If you're still hanging out with me from earlier, you see what I'm saying, or a Leo. I would say go looking on your chart and see where Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is clearly getting the easier reading here. The energy is definitely a lot lighter. It's like they've already experienced the situation. I definitely feel like the storm is moving out for them. As for us, we can't be in the Aries and Leo. It's like we can't be in the present, so we're not able to make it this calm. You see what I mean? But for Sagittarius, the Hermit and the Nine of Cups tells me you've learned from your spiritual awakening, you gain knowledge, and you're using that knowledge, you're implementing it and using it in your daily activity. You could have questioned like what was going to happen here, definitely, absolutely, but it's like it's done now, so you know, and it's like now that you know, well, that gives you more power, right? More confidence and definitely more gratitude, right? So let's see what comes out for gratitude. We have the World, so new opportunity opens up for you. And the Three of Wands comes out. I mean, this is like the most perfect Sagittarius. You can't get any better than that. And I'm really trying to figure out how come Aries and Leo suffered so much. But the Three of Wands is like your brighter future, right? This is definitely like upright energy. The World card is always going to be new cycles, new opportunities. It's possible something is closing out for some of you Sagittarius, but I feel like you're going to see and have gratitude for whatever it is. As the rest of us are going like this, no, don't take us. Sagittarius is like, okay, I already heard. Rosa said it's going to be for the greater good. I have faith. I believe. I'm going. Bam, there's your greater good, the Three of Wands, right? Thank you, Spirit. King of Pentacles is on the bottom. Sag is on fire. That's intense. I can't believe it was that. That's one of the first times I want to say where we've been doing the elements and they weren't all somewhat similar. If they were different, if there is sometimes one that sticks out, you know, than the others, it was still for the most part similar. This is way different here. Sagittarius definitely taking the lead. You know how I was saying Aquarius was in the lead there for a while, and they were for quite some time. But yeah, talk about fire. Have mercy. So what that tells me, Sagittarius, is that May 16th, Scorpio lunar eclipse was like an awakening moment for you. It was an eye opener. It showed you something that you needed to see so that you could do whatever you've done now. All right, let's do some guidance. Guidance for Sagittarius. Protection Guardian. So how interesting, because you got the bottom. You are cherished and protected by angels. So there's clearly an issue here for Sagittarius where there is, that could be why it's in the challenge or obstacle, because there's a little bit of, you know, okay, I did the thing, but what's going to happen to me now? And I just feel like it's very important, Sagittarius, that Spirit is wanting you to know the protection card is coming up several times. So it's like you need to know that you're highly, highly protected. Even here, see how she's up there in the castle? Why do they keep her up there, right? Highly, highly protected. And we also have Broken Arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. Absolutely. So it's definitely time to make peace now. I do feel like you won the war, right? It's like you've done something, and you don't have to worry about any type of like backlash because you came from the light, right? That's really all you had to do. Spirit Fox is on the bottoms. For some of you, we've been seeing that a lot, right? All right, let's close it out for Sagittarius with the Moonology Oracle. There it is. Step out of your comfort zone. The North Node. I feel like everybody needs to hear that, but Sagittarius definitely did, right? We have it's time to release negativity. It's the full moon in Scorpio. So yes, I sense a little bit of negative thinking, a little bit of fear. And as long as you stay in that light, nothing can hurt you. And a time to give rather than take. It's going to be new moon in Virgo. On the bottom, I love it. Look at the bigger picture, and it's the full moon in Sagittarius. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. That's going to be your fire signs for the week of November 6th through November 12th. Thank you for bearing with me as we struggled through the fire signs. Sagittarius definitely helped us fix it there at the end, right? Congratulations, Sagittarius, for real. All right, guys. So I did say I would offer reading. So if anyone is wanting some guidance or has a question, now is definitely the time before we wrap it up. We are back to regular schedule, guys. Regular schedule. So 2 p.m. Tomorrow we'll be doing the earth signs. Wednesday we'll do water. And Thursday we'll do air. How did you guys like the shorts, little short series that I sent out? I think we got 6 of them out. I do have more, guys. I do have more. Diana says, "Wowzer!" Yeah, I know, right, Diana? that was intense, but awesome, right? The other 2 were intense, but like, ouch. Miss Tina says she's got to get some work done too. Miss Tina, don't procrastinate. Don't be like me. Don't be the procrastinator. It caused my anxiety to go through the roof. I've definitely been like experiencing more scared, right? I don't like it. None of us do. I feel like that's the whole purpose for like our spiritual awakening and why we go through the things, so that we can have the knowledge, so that we can, fight back the anxiety. But I feel like Diana's comment to me this morning was perfect, because it's so true. It's like right before the good comes in, there's always a little uncomfortable. It's like we always want to panic right at the end, right? So I'm ready for it. It is a very common dream. It's so interesting. Jenna, was you here when we did the live where I was talking about that dream I had with my mom? When I was waiting for my dentist appointment, because I'm smart and I wanted to wait for the appointment instead of just going and having it done. Guys, don't wait, just go. Anyway, I had this weird dream about the Jack Skeleton, because Miss L had got me the Nightmare Before Christmas cards. I'm blaming Miss L now. Listen to me. But right before I went to bed, I had looked them up and was doing a little research on them. And then I went to bed that night and I dreamed about my mom, which was awesome because I miss her sometimes. I know she's with me all the time, guys, but sometimes it's just nice to sit and have a conversation. But anyway, it was one of those dreams that felt like it lasted all night. I'm talking about, like, dreams are really actually very short, and they've studied it. It's proven, what I'm saying? Like, but I definitely got like the feeling that it was like an all night long. We had this whole conversation. We traveled, we went some places. It was pretty cool. But anyway, in my dream, there was this one part where she was like making a joke, where I was complaining about the teeth pain. And she kind of made a joke to like make me laugh. And her face took a little bit of like a skeleton look. And I know that sounds like it would be scary, but in my dream, I wasn't scared. It was like, just part of her making a joke. But yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, anyway, I looked up dreaming about like teeth and jaw pain and this kind of stuff the next morning when I was like trying to interpret my own dream, right? So I did read in the dream interpretation dictionary that lots of people dream about losing their teeth. But here's the thing: it's actually it's super common. um, and it's not I feel like what people think. So I read in the book, it talks about some misconceptions and some like myths people have told, and that kind of thing. It's actually about losing something that's very solid to you, that's very rooted, right? Because if you think about it, your teeth are very embedded. You should have seen that dentist trying to pull that sucker out from back there. I'm not joking. Like, he wasn't a great big guy, but you know what I'm saying? It was, I mean, he clearly knew what he was doing. But I'm just saying, like, it clearly takes some strength to remove that tooth, right? So when you dream about like losing your teeth, you're actually dreaming about losing something that you thought was permanent. Something that you thought was like deeply rooted, right? It actually has nothing to do with your teeth. And that's different for everyone, right? Whatever the permanent or deeply rooted situation is. So yeah, but that's why it's so often that people have that dream, why it's so common. Because I mean, it makes sense to me. You're definitely losing something that again, deeply rooted, you thought was going to be permanent. All right, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead. Let's show the schedule for the new people on Facebook. Sandra, thank you so much for helping me take care of the Facebook issue earlier. So here's our schedule, guys. Today we did the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, 2 p.m. Earth signs are going to be tomorrow, Tuesday, 2 p.m. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Every Wednesday at 2 p.m., we're going to do the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And every Thursday, we're going to do the air signs, 2 p.m. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And when I say 2 p.m., guys, 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I'm in blah blah. I'm in Illinois. And Junior expressed to me earlier that I guess we still are gonna have daylight savings. Kentucky just decided, I guess, they were gonna stop, and then we moved. And so we thought we were done with daylight savings, but no, we're not, because Illinois still does daylight savings. So it's okay though, because we get the fall back, right? So we get an extra hour sleep, so it'll be all right. I'm not complaining. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I will see everyone tomorrow for the Earth signs. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with me and bearing through as we got the sound and all the things situated. I appreciate you guys so very much. And as always, I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you.